Now back in Lagos, it's time for Trending Now, and the only lady that I can listen to and take all the information she's given is standing by. Olamide Odekunle, good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning, team, once again. Sometimes I wonder what's left for me after the newspaper review and the FCC brief, but I'll do my best to bring you guys in on speed, shall we?
We love it. Take it away.
Go ahead.
Good morning again, Nigeria. I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and an eye on the streets. And here on the Trending Now segment, my team and I do our best to bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today with a trending story on social media, where a Nigerian Army officer, Lieutenant Samson Haruna, has died after sustaining severe burns when his wife allegedly set him ablaze during a domestic dispute. According to the reports, the tragic incident occurred on September 22nd at Wellington Basi Barras, Ibakwa, Abak local government area of Akwa Ibom State. And the source says that the officer, who was also a medical doctor attached to the 6th Battalion Regimental Medical Officer, RMO, had a heated argument with his wife, Mrs. Samson Haruna, which then resulted in her dousing him with petrol, PMS, and setting him on fire. Now, in a statement by the Army Public Relations Officer Lawal Muhammad in Uyo, the Nigerian Army has condemned the officer's killing while also commiserating with the family over the tragic death. This is very sad. Let's take a look at social media. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Manuel MM says, the man fought many battles. He fought militants, fought unknown gunmen, fought Boko Haram and bandits, won and was awarded a medal, promoted to the rank of a lieutenant. The only battle that he couldn't win is that of his wife. Adieu, gallant officer. Rest in peace. Team, this is a very, very sad. This is spousal violence. This is, I don't know how a woman can, no matter what's going on at home, set this man on fire.
I always advise that before you say I do, make sure you've seen all levels of emotions of your supposed partner. You know, you need to see her angry, you need to see her happy, you need to see him angry and happy at the extreme before you take that decision to tie the nuptial knot. An elderly man had his nephew come complain about his wife and all that, and the man said, look, I am managing director of a very big organization. I have more than 300 staff. I bet I tell you the worry they give to me is not half of what Madame gives to me. Go and be wise. Samson's case is very sad, and it highlights the wickedness of the woman he called his wife. And best I can say is may his soul rest in peace.
Olamide, this is quite sad. First of all, may his soul rest in peace. But, you know, just like Thomas said, there's something my mom always tells me. You need to be sure. You need to see the person angry before you can even get married to the person. Because sometimes you get married to somebody and in the marriage, the person will totally change to a different person. So another prayer you pray is that, may my marriage not even kill me. That's a prayer, a valid prayer that you have to pray. I'm really sad with what happened. I wonder how you told someone I do at the altar and you, the same person, lit the person on fire. There's no reason for this kind of action, and I really pray that, you know, this lady is brought to book.
You know, sometimes this issue is very difficult to probably analyze. You know, we just have to investigate what actually happened, what led to, no matter what the situation is, it is not right for you to put the law, to take the law into your own hands, because what is the problem? You just have to seek, you know, maybe therapies, you know, go for, consultations, or what is it called? Whenever you need people to, you have to make consultations and then you ask questions. How can I handle these challenges? So many people are battling serious problems in their homes. As we are having gender-based violence, we are also having that of violence that has to do with men, not just, you know, on women or children, or as we always report it. So if you're having issues in your marriage, always seek counsel so that you know how to, you know, resolve issues. And if you cannot resolve it, why don't you go your separate ways?
Yeah, Ibrahim, I was just about to say that if counsel is not working, marriage is not by force. If you see it's not working for you, please leave. I rather prefer you live with your two legs than leave lying down. Absolutely, indeed, team. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Thank you for your input. Yeah. Moving on, still in the world of social media, there is widespread outrage online after a mother in Enugu State, Jennifer Nwafo, took to Facebook to accuse her daughter's school of covering up the actions of a teacher who allegedly flogged her 3-year-old child, leaving welts and these terrible marks that are now being displayed on your screen.
In viral videos, the visibly distraught mother was seen storming the school in Abakpanike, demanding answers and accountability. Have a look at this.
Now, one of the teachers from Nottingham Primary School flogged my child to the point that my child is no longer walking. I want to show you people my baby's wound. I want to show you people my baby's wound. I want to show you people my baby's wound.
While authorities are yet to make an official statement, this incident has, of course, reignited calls for stricter child protection laws in Nigeria and training for teachers on non-violent classroom management. But, of course, this does raise up the age-old debate. At what point does discipline in schools cross the line into abuse? And who is there on ground to ensure that our children are truly safe while they are learning? Let's take a look at social media. Let's see what you had to say. Olusegun said parents should always meet and personally know their children's teacher, especially when the children are still adolescent. This should be condemned, the lady should be arrested, and the school should not shield the teacher as well. Indeed, on every ground there's work to do. Toxic Chief says, teachers, please take care of your mental health. The system will drain you, the kids will stress you, and nobody will check on you till you break down first. Just look at this, it's very bad. I just feel sorry for this poor child. Indeed, that child will have, they will have trauma because of this. It's a 3-year-old girl beating like that, no matter what she would have done. But again, we're having this debate team about corporal punishment, the ethics of teaching, and when discipline crosses the line into abuse.
You see, being a teacher is not just a job, it's supposed to be a calling. Yeah. And if you are a called teacher, you will not, do what that teacher did. I am one of those that believe that flogging in schools, it's a cake. There are so many different ways you can discipline a child. And moreover, what offense did a 3-year-old commit that warrants that?
When I speak, it's almost like I'm very brutal when I speak. But can they arrest this teacher? Because I do not understand why you will beat a 3-year-old like this. Sometimes where is our emotions? I can imagine how the girl was crying and you went ahead and still beat her. Now you want to say that, oh, she did something bad. What can this little girl possibly do to deserve this kind of beating? I saw the video yesterday, Olamide, and I was so livid. I'm not a mother yet, but if I'm a mother and you do this to my child, you'll definitely be arrested because this is just sheer wickedness. And I really pray that they take it up.
What offense has she committed? She's just a kid, 3-year-old. She has not even been able to identify a left from a right. It is only go there, sit down, do this, that she can only, respond to. Why should we, in fact, this teacher has actually gone against all the laws of the land. The Child Rights Act 2023, where you're not supposed to, impose corporal punishment on anyone or cause bodily harm on anyone. Even the criminal code, she's gone against it. So she has to be arrested, not that she needs to be, she must be arrested and then be properly tried. The Child Rights Commission and all of that should also stand up and ensure that the school also answers for it, because for her to have disciplined this child this way or, punished this child this way needlessly, then what are they doing to other kids?
Absolutely, Tima. And just on the side of logic, this is actually counterproductive. Scientific study and research has shown us that kids actually learn the best through play. So whatever it is you're trying to teach this child, you don't even know your stuff as a teacher how to get through to your students. It's absolutely unacceptable.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for your input. But moving on to better news. It's a proud moment for Ogun State as Governor Dapo Abiodun yesterday inaugurated the first commercial flight from the Gateway International Airport in Ilishan-Remo. Now, the ValueJet aircraft carrying 90 passengers took off at 10:10 a.m. en route to Abuja, marking the official launch of operations at the newly built facility. Governor Abiodun has described the project, which first began in 2021, as a major step towards positioning Ogun State as Nigeria's transport and industrial hub. He also noted that the airport sits within an emerging aerotropolis surrounded by fast-rising developments like the world's largest textile plant and the Nigeria Customs Village. But I think that this is a clear signal that Ogun State is not just attracting investments, it's taking off quite literally into a new era of economic growth and connectivity. Let's take a look at social media. This is history being made right in our presence. When people do good, we must give credit where credit is due. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. S-Banj Real Estate says, this is a major leap for Ogun State. From industrial strength to aviation excellence, the Gateway is truly living up to its name. Governor Dakwa Abiodun's vision for a connected, modern Ogun is taking flight, literally. And Abbas Kudu says, quick question, what about the road that leads to the airport? It wasn't in a good state the last time I visited. Such narrow roads cannot lead to an international airport, I beg. Team, history is quite literally being made before our very eyes. The first flight ever yesterday took off. This is the governor who's saying, my tenor is going to be different. I'm going to innovate. I'm going to be a trailblazer. And yet you have some people, but the other guy is right. You know, the road leading to the airport should also be in good shape.
I think the road leading to the airport is part of the airport project. So while you're building an airport, you should also build the road. It is that complex where the airport is. If completed with everything that the government has planned to be there, it's going to be one very important piece of real estate in Ogun State. So the access to that place, Mr. Governor, is what I think you should focus on now.
Definitely, he needs to focus on that because it's everything together. You cannot do one side and leave one side. But first of all, we need to give him his accolades for this. This is a beautiful project. When I saw it, I was very excited. I'm like, good news. Most of the times you see a lot of bad things. Governors are not doing what they're supposed to do. But we see him doing something that he was supposed to do. We put you there to make it better for the people, and that is what you're doing. But then again, you know, you need to do, if you're doing something, do it really well. We need to make sure that the road is good because you can't have bad roads going to the airport. So, but I think this is a fantastic one.
For Ogun State to be named Gateway State, the gates are not only in the skies, they are also on the roads. In fact, we have more gates on the roads than we have in the skies. So kudos to Governor Dakwa Abiodun. I'm so excited that this is happening in the state that I originated from. But I would like roads. Many roads are still left untouched. Some of them are, you know, quite abandoned by previous administrations. And some of them they're being rehabilitated. But I really want to see that Ogun State has beautiful road networks, so much so that its proximity to Lagos is well tapped in terms of human access by roads, not just by the airs.
Absolutely, Ibrahim. Like you rightly said, Ogun State and Lagos are brothers, and it's good to see Ogun finally living up to the family name. Moving on into entertainment news. Reality television star and entrepreneur Natasha Akide, better known as Tacha, was moved to tears in a viral video during a heartfelt visit to her old neighborhood in Nkpo, Port Harcourt. The media personality received a warm welcome from her former neighbors, her childhood hairdresser, and her excited fans. And she later stepped into the one-room apartment where she grew up, describing it as the place where the dreams began. Now, this was a very emotional homecoming, and she said that it reminded her that where we end is often not where we begin. It's very interesting to see, and this went viral because people were forced to reckon with the fact that, you know, there's the journey in her career. It was a homecoming indeed. Shall we take a look at social media? Masterpiece says, where someone came from is 5% and where they're going is 95%. All that is necessary is your sense of vision and determination to achieving your dream destination in life. Divine says, if you went back to where you grew up and started faking tears, remember the people there already know the real story. You can't fool the ground that watched you crawl. If it's guilt, fix it. If it's pride, drop it. But don't fake emotions in a place that still remembers you. Team, it's very important. You know, historians say it's important to look back in order to more effectively look forward. But I charge Nigeria's young dreamers today, whatever room you find yourself in, I don't care if it's a self-con, I don't care if it's a couch, I don't care if it's even on the streets. Your dreams are valid and things can change should you decide to persist and persevere and keep going just one more day.
And it is very necessary that when you've made a success out of life, that you go visit where the dream started. It has a way of grounding you and making you know that you are not better than every other person. that you persisted, and God, you know, he says he will bless the works of your hands. And so when you do something good, you give him the opportunity to bless you. It is very necessary that you do things like this, what Tasha has done. It keeps you grounded, and it reminds you that you're not a champion.
Well, Tasha has come a long way. We definitely need to give that to her, from Big Brother days to when she was doing makeup to the Guinness World Record she's trying to do as well now. She's really gone a long way, and I'm just happy to see how far that she has, you know, she has come with her life, with her career, you know. And I tell people, like, I am a true definition that you can come out of whatever it is. You know, just seeing Tasha with this video makes me, you know, remember myself back in Ghana. And even when I came to Nigeria, you know, God can change anybody's story. And I love the fact that she went back, you know, to pay homage to the people down there. Tasha, you've done a great job. But, you know, I can only wish you all the best. You know, forget all the things on social media, the controversies and all. She has put in a lot of work in her career.
Yeah, I want to say, remember the days of humble beginnings. I guess that's the way it's been said. That's what she has epitomized, you know, by going back to her roots, you know, where she struggled, hustled and bustled before she attained the height that she's, you know, really gotten to. And I know she's still aspiring higher. And that goes to show that anyone who is feeling down, feeling that I've not really achieved what I want to achieve in life, that's not the end of the story. You're just starting out. So do not despair. As they say in Latin, nil desperandum. You always get there if you do not waste your time. Carpe diem.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your input, team. That was a truly feel-good moment.